Everybody, welcome back to Lettermen Row in our virtual BuckIQ film lab. I am Austin Ward, joined again by my good friend Beanie Wells, talking about Ohio State running backs and the future. TreVeyon Henderson, the nation's #1 recruit. That'll sound pretty good to Beanie Wells, I'm sure. Ohio State just keeps on rolling, even during this quarantine, getting the best running back in the country. Beanie, we got a lot of highlights coming, a lot of touchdowns, but this is kind of showing, Tony Alford, Ryan Day, they've got a lot to sell, and these kids are buying into it.
100%. Even obviously, us last year, the way we finished off the season, not ideally for us because we believe we should have won it all, but to be able to go out and get top recruit after recruit, that speaks volumes to the program that you have and the coaching staff that you have in place going out and recruiting these guys. Tony Alford is no slouch, one as a coach, but as a recruiter, so watch out.
When you look at this, Beanie, I think maybe when Ryan Day got to Ohio State, there was just this notion that he was here to do nothing but fix the passing attack. And when you saw what J.K. Dobbins did last year, it seems like there was a little bit of a correction, or at least changed the perception of what Ryan Day wanted, because you had a 2,000-yard rusher. What is it about this offense that, even if the passing attack is better, is still appealing to a running back?
I think when you look at it from the standpoint of for recruiting, when you're out there, when you're selling the program, I think it's all about just going back and looking at the lineage of the running backs that Ohio State has had come through here, and going back and looking at, the successful seasons that the Buckeyes have had. How was their run game? There was a direct correlation. Obviously, you have that year with Dwayne Haskins that was kind of an anomaly. We were very good, but we didn't, run the ball as effectively as we could have. But you look back at the track record, and I think young players understand that. You come to Ohio State, running back is the marquee position on offense. It's great to have a phenomenal quarterback and all these fantastic receivers. I'm not just being biased, but the running back position has been so critical and important here to our success.
Well, when you're talking about the lineage, I know how important and near and dear that is to you. You were a part of it. You had to inherit it from the guys before you, now passing it on to these guys coming after you. This guy wants to be next. TreVeyon Henderson, let's see what he's going to bring to the Buckeyes. Let's roll the tape. All right, Beanie, I wanted to come in this one a little cold just to get your instant reactions on TreVeyon Henderson, because Firm showed this to me when we were on the way to Virginia, and it absolutely blew my mind. I'm not usually a guy that's like, let's look at recruits and project forward, because I don't know the level of competition. But this was absolutely crazy to me.
You watch a guy just break off and run for like 99 yards. That's going to speak volumes no matter who he's playing against. But watching this kid run, it makes me excited. It really does. He has that upright running style. He gets out to the open, can make guys miss. I'm excited right here, man. That athletic ability, I'm loving.
We talked to his coach, and because that's the question you always have. If somebody's putting up crazy numbers like this, who are they doing it against? And he said, the level of competition for them in Virginia, they're sometimes playing up a level or two just based on where they live. So this, these are not necessarily all slouches, and he just looks like a man among boys, and that's a cliche, but the stuff he's doing is just absurd.
100%. And he has the speed to just outrun guys. You know who he really reminds me of as I'm watching him? And yes, he's rocking that number 4. That's due in part to some of the reason, but watching his running style, if you watch Antonio Pittman in high school, this is it.
Okay.
Sheer dominance, being able to outrun everybody, one cut go, can make you miss, can break a tackle. This is Antonio Pittman right here in high school. And that number 4 is definitely nostalgic of him, certainly.
When you look at this is still a guy, it's not like he's coming in to help Ohio State right now. He's still got one more year of high school football to go. I wonder, we're just watching this, and it's not going to be the highest quality that we're ever going to watch, and he's scoring every time he touches the ball. What do you see? What will this guy need to work on? What's going to be the key as he has one more year of high school and then transitions from there to Ohio State?
Obviously, you always want to see guys, take that next step when we watch them have a phenomenal year. So I don't know what it is this kid can improve on, because I haven't seen many blemishes.
Right.
But if anything, how would he be against higher competition? And that's higher competition once he gets to college, because we see him right now just showing sheer dominance at the high school ranks. And there isn't anything that he's doing wrong or anything for me to essentially critique and say, I want to see him do this better. He's making guys miss. He's running through tackles. He has the speed, like I said, to break it 99 yards and not get caught from behind. This is just it's incredible.
Some of these cuts in the vision, it's again, it's not Big Ten football yet. It's not the college football playoff. But you, as a running back, this. That cut right there, the jump cut and the vision, you either probably have that or you don't. You can't really teach that stuff.
100%. The one thing as a running back that absolutely translates is your vision. That's something that you're going to be able to take to whatever level you go to, and you're going to be able to have success with that.
Is this what your highlight reel looked like, Beanie?
No, not at all. This is insane. I'm loving every bit of it.
And, just to lock this kid up, there's two guys in this class now, Evan Pryor and TreVeyon Henderson. We've talked 1,000 times on this show about splitting carries and two backs. They're in the same class. Both of these guys now have like a different perspective on it. I know you wanted to get into a rhythm, but these guys have talked about how if they come in together and they both get the workload, that maybe that helps them get to the second contract in the NFL without the wear on their tires. It's almost like these guys have a different, viewpoint of how their career should play out than 10 years ago, 5 years ago at this running back position where, as you know, it can wear you out in a hurry.
100%. And I think that's what a lot of the young guys are looking at nowadays is, all right, let's go into college and maybe play in a two-back system so I don't have that wear and tear. So I am a lot fresher, as you just mentioned. And then you can get drafted. The teams are going to evaluate you. He's not beat up, doesn't have a lot of miles on him. And then even at the next level in the National Football League, I think you're wanting to see a lot of teams, run those two-back systems because of that reason. And you got guys that can do different things.
All right, there's about 10 more minutes of touchdowns left here. We're going to save you from that, Beanie. I know that you might flip it back on when you get out of here because you're enjoying what you're seeing, but we don't need to spend all day looking at touchdown after touchdown. We'll just save that for everybody else.
Definitely. This kid's phenomenal, though.
All right, Beanie, I appreciate his time. As always, we're going to keep doing the best we can to give you this Ohio State content during the lockdown. If Ohio State keeps adding recruits, we're going to have a lot more film to talk about. Appreciate you, Beanie. I'm Austin Ward. We'll see you next time at Lettermen Row.
No problem. See you later.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe below to get the latest videos from Lettermen Row.
We got Letterman Live. We've got the practice report. We got rapid reaction. Hey, and we got BuckIQ with Zach Bourne.
For sure. We got recruiting breakdowns with Berm. We got whatever you need. Ohio State football and Ohio State athletics, we've got you covered here at Lettermen Row.